Pope informs Jesse the Marshal went to the research sector to create more HOAs. Jesse believes Marshall may know more about Dylan. Track. It's tracked. So, go to the elevator. There's an elevator. Let's try that. Now the elevator gives you traction and action. So, Prince, you're like a research sector. You're a Twitch convert, eh? Feeling good, like I should. All right, let me test this chat out. Make sure it works properly so all the people who watch the YouTube upload can see. What were they saying? Who was he talking to? Oh, the two people he admires the most. Actually, what's the opposite of admire? No, I do admire you, Prince. You are a very disciplined person. Discipline your body, discipline your mind. You're very open-minded and you're very positive. Oh, God. I'm going to have to cut my own hair soon. Again. Oof. Look at this place. Oh, I like the way that those papers are all set up. Or grow it. Nah. Everybody has long hair. Back in a man bun. Look at that font. That's a good thumbnail. Good thumbnail font.
Welcome to the research sector of the
FMV.
Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications.
Sam Lake did.
I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now.
24 years?
I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries. Authored studies
I find Twitch to have much nicer UI. For some reason, your messages don't take ages to arrive. Alright. I think it's what? Square. Okay, circle is dodge. R1 is pick up things. Haven't played this for a few days. Because I find it really boring the way that they're talking. It was taking a long time to get there. Kind of like Princess Messages on YouTube. Like, get to the point. Or be more interesting while you're doing it. What's with you loving monologues? You're such a Kojima. And then one character will talk forever. Then we don't have to worry about them acting with anyone else. Why not have them act with somebody? I can see some dynamicism. What's a word about dynamics? The action music's so cool. The way that it speeds up and slows down. Eat it! These guys are a lot tougher. That was like the boss we fought, eh? Ow! Dr. Casper Darling's presentations are riveting. Wow. Ooh, you got me with your blow-up. You're a real blow-up doll, you know that? Guy's in a bloody wheelchair. Nice. People of all abilities. Ability, accessibility. No, it's not my attention span is too short. It's that I have higher standards of being entertained. Maybe that's why you guys watch this. Your standards are so low. I don't know, maybe it'll get good later. If you watch Matt's stream, after 3 years, it starts, I wouldn't say getting better, but it starts getting something. You get to watch him die slowly. In many ways. His soul, physically, his hairline, it's pretty great. It's a oh, I get it. I'm your long monologue. Ah. If only I explained more ridiculous concepts to you. That action music is so nice. It's such a cool idea. The capture card that I switched to now should be higher quality than the last one. Should be. The other one was portable. This one is directly inside my computer. Dear Mr. Darling, I suspect my colleague Dr. Harrington has already contacted you asking for an increase in her department's budget. I'm not surprised. Parapsychology has always been the squeaky wheel. All fuss but no results. Parakinesiology has always been the stronger department. More breakthroughs, more tangible data, more usable research. I'm sure a man of your esteem can plainly see which department is more deserving of the budget increase. Just think what those additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know you're a fan of a single malt and single-page letters, so I left a bottle of well-aged brown in your desk. Yours in admiration, Dr. Abraham Lewis. Oh, there's so many lore collectibles. There's so many! I can only follow my heart, Lena. There's an Easter egg. One of them is yellow. What's that mean? Could mean something. This is the interdepartmental issues. Oh, they don't like each other. Got it. Now that would be a good laptop stand. And what do they use it for? A Bluetooth speaker. Right now I want to get back into the combat, the story, get some momentum going. I don't really want to sit down and read. If I was going to read a lot, I'd probably read a book or play Morrowind. Yeah, well, I think that a video game should be able to explain itself without you having to read a bunch of papers off screen. You know? That's silly. Control. Amazing particle graphics. But if you actually want to understand it, you have to look at a menu the whole time. Menu Simulator 2019. This is what I want to see. Like, look, this game has these amazing visuals, psychedelic, psychological, all this crazy stuff going on, and then you're like, oh, the story's actually right here in this white piece of paper. They're on screen. Boo! Oh, this should be the story. This.
Dimensional research.
Oh, wow.
Measure of security.
You know what it's like? It's like, it's like you meet this girl and she's so beautiful. Or boy, beautiful person. And you're like, ooh, it's going to be our first night together. I'm so excited. Oh my God. And you're thinking about them like getting all sensual. And then they hand you a piece of paper. They're like, let's just read about it. Oh, you know what'd be better than drinking this coffee? If I read all the ingredients to it. Oh, that's lore. Why don't I read where the coffee's from? That's fun. Oh, it was ethically sourced. Fair trade. Just read a book. The Ashtray Maze. Oh, I like the graphics. I like graphics. Don't want to read. This girl is so relaxed about everything. This kind of feels like Persona, the tight corridors. Man, that's one loot box, man. They're like, that's some Blizzard. Tickle your brain with giving you something interesting. Box flying open. Remember, do you guys ever play Overwatch? We're in a giant office. All the documents are made by the FBC departments. If you actually wanted to know things about how a bureau operates and what research they've done, you would need to read documents in real life too. Oh, wow. Oh my God. That sounds so exciting. Simulating working at an office. Wow. Do you think that, like, when you describe this game to somebody, you go, oh, yeah, look, it's got amazing powers and like, graphical effects and stuff. Big deal. Are there documents I can read? I'd like to buy a $500 console to properly run this game. Let's get a 4K HDR TV. Oh, yeah. Spend $100 on a game and then read documents. Whoa! Technology! All right, I need to figure out if this is a puzzle. Is this like a speed thing? Is there a reason? Do the lamps need to turn on or off? Do I need to stand in a certain place? Do I need to go faster? Maybe it's a speed thing. I'm in research and parapsychology. Okay. Maybe it only goes if you look at it. I'm in the ashtray maze. Oh, look, it's just closed. Behind me. Bet I'll find an ashtray with a solution to the maze. Feeling good, like I should. You're in interdimensional research. Parapsychology is downstairs. Oh, I see. Thank you. That makes a big difference in my life now. Okay, I wonder if I need to walk like backwards through this stuff. That'd be kind of interesting. But you can't walk backwards. So that opens. Hey, look. There's pictures of the room on the wall. I wonder if that's a clue. Are they all the same? They look the same. And then it's tilted, and then this opens. Now we see a hallway. Those are still the same. So, this is... I feel like this is where I need to go. And I end up going this way. And then it closes that one. So I need to get into that one. How do I do that? Maybe I need to dash. The ashtray maze is not where you're supposed to go? Oh. Okay. Well, I guess I got confused. It was so intriguing. All these things to read. Plant complaint. The old boys club. Parapsychology. I like these huge environments for the office. You are nothing, low-level guy. Give me your health. Give it to me. Very nice looking combat. Very nice looking everything. You can't go there. You know what I should do in the middle of this fight? Read some collectibles. Personal mod shield boost. Yeah. Whoa, lots of guys. Whoa. Oh my god, Deputy Officer of IDEX 230. Wow, you're just the man I wanted to see. Oh, okay, well maybe I'll just play a different game. Like I said earlier, you know, I'm into reading that stuff, but not at the moment. Right now I want to play the game, get used to the action. I haven't played it for a couple days. There's lots of powers and commands to get used to. Get back into that, see some moments, and then I guess read some things. I actually don't like being in an office, ever. I hate offices. You guys ever been to an office? It's not like this. Well, the part about them crushing your soul is trying to kill you. But they do it a lot slower than this. I love these gardens on the wall. This office. I see. This office. Labs. Could be something cool down there. Interesting. I like all this gold. Oh yeah. Come on. Here you go, little lady. What do we got in here? Intrusive pattern. Well, that sounds very good. Very useful. The pit. You have found the pit. Ooh, this looks very alien, these things. But they're not. They're just, that's just how you build a building. I like following the cable. What's that? Like a little green TV. Green screen. But on the TV, very different. Oh yeah, power guy. It is alien, you're in threshold. Oh, threshold. Oh. I like the visual storytelling of the game. The way it combines these elements. Oh man, I really enjoy how they render their stuff. The way the rocks look and everything. I find it's realistic in a way that doesn't feel uncanny valley, you know? Pretty impressive. I mean, there's a lot of games that look really smooth, really slick. But this tends to have a really original style to it, which I like. Which you don't see too often. You are not Metroidvania enough to get into that one. Feeling good. What's this? Looks like an asteroid. An explosive of some kind. Wow. Like, it is so weird for them to have these little offices down here. You know why? The threshold occurs when a dimension vibrates at the same frequency as the oldest house, thus creating some sort of passage within the oldest house until the dimensions stop vibrating at the same frequency. It stops. Pink Flamingo Supplement. Agents noticed a transient commonly found outside the entrance of the Bureau headquarters would carry the item and loudly claim to be responsible for the lack of inclement weather. The frequency of these claims attracted the persona of Dr. Darling. In interviews disguised as casual conversations, the transient reported that the item gives me clouds when it's hot and sun when it's not. An event of note occurred during a heavy downpour when the vagrant was witnessed performing a possible ritual with the item. Dr. Darling reported a wait of something seconds before the rain stopped. The vagrant was seized the next day. After, he was found to possess no and was released. The item remains in custody under suspicion of altered status, though still not proven. A merry-go-round horse, fiberglass horse. The pole is connected. Capable of moving short distances at high speeds. Oh, that's how we do our warp and stuff. The hotline. 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. Currently bound to Director Trench. The director to communicate with something. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal something. It spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore is the first known Bureau agent to use it. Its origin remains unknown. Inaccessible for use except to the director. Home safe. Right, that's the telekinesis. Gotcha. An object of power escaped the Panopticon a couple weeks ago, and they want everyone to keep an eye out for it. So if anyone sees a merry-go-round horse zipping around the sector, alert me immediately. Do not try to contain it on your own, and definitely don't bind it to yourself. Okay, the department budget. Hey, Horky Sporky. Sure, man of your esteem. What is SCP? Yeah. We checked out the suspected AW in Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before it. Team is sick of duds. Prohibited reminders. What's the stuff I haven't read yet? I thought you said here we go, plant complaint. I was wondering about the plants and research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? That janitor does have a nice voice, and the plants sure seem to like it. Maybe we could just switch it up. I'm pretty tired of the tango. Where did these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted. People like them too much, if you ask me. We're being invaded by houseplants? Worth looking into. Okay, they're going golfing. I thought there was a whole... You guys were... Horky, earlier, Prince and Lena were very intensely harassing me about not reading every single piece of everything I picked up. And I'm not going to understand the game if I don't read all this stuff. In 4K HDR, with particle graphics and ray tracing. The discharged agents are examples of extreme physical deformation resulting from his corruption. SCP Foundation is a collection of documents submitted by real individuals that looks a lot like these. His charge displayed unthinking fixation on any non-corrupted individuals in the area. They erupt into a burst of focus hiss resonance, so dense, it's like a physical force. Okay, the host is left lifeless. Yeah, okay, so there's zombies in the attack. His sniper, his trooper. They're crazy zombies, but they know how to operate guns. There really wasn't much that I missed. Safe object of power, produce berries and object. Oh, this is just about you being able to use a shield. The resonance, it's there, but what if the vibration is conscious? Thresholds. Thresholds are dimensions vibrating on a something frequency different from our own. When those frequencies match, a threshold will manifest in the oldest house, which acts as a something. Others theorize thresholds are parallel universes, or possibly our own reality at a different point in time. Some believe our collection of altered materials affect the house or tracks the thresholds. We do know for certain that thresholds are not permanent. Eventually their frequency will shift. Some believe Earth itself is just another threshold connected to the oldest house. Oh god, this is where Leonard fell in love, which is actually rooted in some other reality. This theory, while impossible to disprove, I love that they say it's impossible to disprove and impossible to prove. Impossible to disprove. You can't disprove that I'm not God. It's impossible. So I must be. Where's the part where the story starts making more sense? Oh my god, I don't listen to this crap.
Welcome to the research sector of the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made astonishing discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know.
Great!
Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual. Otherwise, bad things will happen.
I love when they say, oh, the more we know, the more we don't know. Oh, I really am not getting the feeling like this is going to come together. Oh, he looks a lot different now.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs. What are they for? Do you always need to wear them?
It's a real prop.
And
maybe.
what's the
Looks
deal
good.
with the head-run resonance anyway?
What?
Fuck.
You're drunk. You're high.
Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements. or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a
It is a
life
real
preserver.
prop they made.
Only
Cool.
instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is
Classified?
classified. One day that classified not water might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding.
Why, it'll be slow and
We're
painful?
making more.
Which part was he kidding about? I really like that he said that in his metaphor he says classified. Think of it like this. It's like if a classified thing came. That's pretty good. Hotline.
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered. And the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
I've heard that one. Hey! Don't!
Northmore was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted power. I purposefully avoided it. Didn't trust it. Didn't want to rely on it. Northmore was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more, until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end. Contain the situation. Northmore never liked me, but he went along with it, to his credit. He didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmore. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
Okay, let's get back to it. I do miss playing Prey. You imagine him being blonde? The guy that was talking, was that Northmore or was that Trench? That was Trench, right? Max Payne. Yeah. How do I get out of here? The guy talking was Trench. Max Payne if you're nasty. Oh, really? Yeah, I love Prey. The environmental storytelling, the way it tells it to you, and like the combat and the powers and the tension, exploration. I think I'm kind of stuck down here. I don't even remember how I got down here. The fun. Oh, I remember. Now I'm dealing with this stupid Elgato lag. Ba-da. Felt completely trial and error? Oh, maybe you're just not very good at games. Because it was no problem for me. It was just... I think Prey requires you to be creative. There's a lot of different ways you can use the powers and be creative. I think you like this game because it's more of like... you just kind of auto-aim and throw everything at the enemies. Whereas, yeah, Prey you can actually think. It's pretty cool. Really fun, basic and boring. Prey, the combat in Prey is a bunch of creative systems that you use together. So it's, yeah, it'll be as fun as you are. That's how that works. I think I'm stuck here. I need to warp out. Uh-huh. I find the combat to this is really flashy, but it's incredibly repetitive. It's just sort of running around and throwing things and shooting. And not a lot of substance. Probably a lot of substance abuse going on. What is going on in this room? There we go. Yeah, I think the most important thing I've learned over streaming games for many years is that games are so dependent on your personality and what you're looking for in games. No, I like to read. But there's different things that I find interesting. I find that the more I read here, it's just kind of lore that doesn't have an end to it. They literally keep saying, you know what we're finding out here? There's lots of things we don't know. And I think, obviously for you and Lenot, you guys like it when it's more of this kind of, this endless lore, this Pandora's box of lore, this never-ending dimensional, and then, just when you think you're going to get an answer, there's another dimension. It's a vibration frequency to the answer. Would you like an apple? Yes. Here it is. This isn't an apple. No, it's a dimensional portal to another galaxy. Are there apples there? We don't know if there's apples there. Here, I need you to travel back in time. Okay, but you're not actually traveling back in time. What you're doing is you're resonating with an ashtray, and you're becoming 4 pieces of yourself. Of myself? Well, not really. It'd be like if you were yourself in another reality. Okay. Do you like synchronicity? Synchronicity is a phenomenon long recognized by the wise, people really wise like Leonard and Prince, but only recently given a name by science. It's how we rationalize events connected by no identifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. Clearly! How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? They don't. Why do hounds bail at the death of their master, which has occurred miles away? They don't. The world is unified in ways we do not yet understand. And sometimes we stumble across these invisible, unseen chords and wonder at the result. No, I'm not Super Gamecast. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road, now we must walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce some kind of behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We're striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will. Why? I don't like the storytelling. The combat's pretty decent. It's very like, this is that sort of Kingdom Hearts, Nomura anime storytelling, where it's just sort of like endless circular. It just keeps getting like deeper and deeper and deeper. And it could be because I'm sort of arguing with Lena and even Prince. So that could be. Maybe if I was just playing it by myself, it would be a little different. I don't know. Potentially a favorite part. The story comes together though. Okay. I'm ready for that. I'm sure it won't just be a silly twist. I love the visuals of it and exploring it. But yeah, this story is not my style. Not really clicking for me.
She's in trouble. I need to reach her.
The parapsychology elevator. Oh, yeah, see, I like the visuals of it. This kind of reminds me of coming out of the cave in Breath of the Wild. Got all these stairs all over the place. Kingdom Hearts never had a closure, whereas Control feels like it's not going anywhere, but it lines up once you get further into the bureau. All right. The game kind of skipped Bergspitzel's attention. Nomura will die before he's ever done with Kingdom Hearts story. And then what are you guys going to do? What are you going to do? Go to his funeral? That's where the final episode of Kingdom Hearts is, at Nomura's funeral. He can't live that long. Will there even be video games by the time he's done telling his story? Will we even be on Earth? Will we have merged with AI? And the singularity? I got, if you don't have half of the power, if you don't have all your powers, it's basically half told. Yeah, it's weird that the powers are, what do you call it? They're optional. I've gotten the block and the dodge, telekinesis. I think that's it. I don't think I'm too far in. This might be the 3rd or 4th episode. I have one big one left. That's when it gets good. When the game is over, it gets really good because you don't have to play it anymore. Oh, it's going to be so good then. Just wait. Just wait. You'll see. Do you want to go to parapsychology? Ooh, rockets. Sky rockets in flight. Whoa. The combat kind of feels like Mass Effect. In the parts that I really like about Mass Effect. Somebody's throwing big bombs at me. They kind of leave the narrative super ambiguous. I know. I was just playing with that. They kind of leave the narrative super ambiguous for the first half, and then they double down. Gotcha. All right, I wouldn't say I'm excited for it, but I'm looking for it. If you just walk into this area the first time, you're a quarter of the way through. Holy Lord. That's the big thing blasting me. Yay. Does this thing drop health goo? Give me your health goo. Yeah. An intrusive pattern. Oh, these are materials. Yeah, I don't know. I think Leonard is like eating himself with trolling. He's kind of become almost like a parody of him, of his own self. Like a meta existence in this chat. So yeah, it's hard to take what you say seriously, Lena, because so much of it feels very contrarian and sarcastic. They tie broader folklore and psychology into the world and lore before exploring the characters themselves. I see. Uh-oh. We totally do. Eat it! Oof! Oh. Versus 13 did look a lot more interesting than 15. But you're curious. Oh, right. That's kind of a curse when the games that never came out. For me, it's the wrestling game. The N64, those ones that are still the best wrestling games of all time. The trilogy on there, Revenge, WrestleMania 2000, and No Mercy. And they were going to have a PlayStation version with real music and real Japanese wrestlers instead of these made-up ones. It never came out. Parapsychology. Like how X-Files as a fringe establishes the rules of its world before it invests in the character. The gambles they hope the intrigue and gameplay would carry you through the first half. I mean, I know about myself, I like stories that have... I'm all for things being sort of out there and weird, but I do like when they have established their own rules and they follow those rules. I like things to sort of come together. I have faith because you have said this story will come together. If it was just Lee not saying it, I wouldn't believe it. He's made it impossible for me to trust anything he says. But I believe it'll eventually come together. But I haven't played any of these other than Max Payne. I didn't play Alan Wake. I didn't play a TV show Xbox game. Felix! Well, that's sad. Well, you did it to yourself. Yeah, I mean, you can't, like, constantly troll and be a contrarian and then... It's like, and then wonder why people think you're trolling and being a contrarian. And assume you are, right? It's like, there's that joke, like, people that ironically do the robot as a funny, like, dance move. If you just keep doing it, eventually you're just somebody who does the robot as a dance move. I feel like Princess would be like, I think the robot's great. It's weird. These guys weren't here last time I came through. They just kind of randomly get replaced. I will shoot you. I will shoot you. Here they come. There's that thing that floats and launches rockets at me. Like, the broad strokes might be fluffy and odd, but the characters have reasons for being there and the mystery that's being developed. Hang on. I have to shoot people. I'm shooting you. I just wanted to see how much damage those guys can do. Alright, the broad strokes might be fluffy and odd, but the characters have reasons for being there and the mystery that's being developed will be explained. Whereas Kingdom Hearts answers its mysteries with more mysteries. Control goes deep and then gives you some decent explanation, but it's a lot of reading if you want to connect all the random notes. Felix can't keep up with these super deep, never-ending lores. You actually do like the robot when it's used in the appropriate situation. Of course. But of course. Well, Super Gamecast, I have faith. I have faith in you. And I will continue playing this game. I'm gonna read. A possible in which an unnamed individual experienced transcorporeality via phone line. Event is notably similar to Awa, in which caused by... Okay. Not a great place to sleep. Awe. Don't need to read all the notes unless you really enjoy the world building. Prince and Leonard had made it... They had said that if I don't read that, I'm not going to get the story. I like, you know... There's a time and a place where I want to read some of the stuff, but if it's always just... I think the power of text in a video game in place of dialogue or something, the power of it is that you can have a lot and you can easily change it so you can have branching paths. But if it's already written linearly, well, just have it like be an audio thing that I can listen to while I'm fighting. Or a cutscene that I can watch and see context and see people acting. Alright. There's something that comes around here that kills me. Oh, crap. Already. Down to very low. Is it that sniper? Okay. Might be the sniper. All I really need to glean at this point is that Jesse came here because of a traumatic event. It's a federal building where they try to control the powers of mythological objects. The rest is just lore for the atmosphere. Okay. Well, I can get that. All right. All right, you're calming me down. You're putting me at ease. Because I have that understood. Watch out for sniper. I'm a sniper too. I have a pistol. No! You're not understanding the interdimensionality frequency-based reduxes! Don't you even care about lore? Oh, crap. Do you have health juice? Give me your health juice. Yes. I never know who's going to explode or not. Where's your health juice? Lore is story. Yeah. The janitor's just a weird dude with a bunch of cool stuff. If you want to read a bunch and find out his whole story, it's there, but not needed. They put so much of a focus on the janitor. I really thought he'd be more important. Objects of power, mythological objects. Yeah. It's like if mythological objects were real. Like, I'd say the difference between this game and Prey is that, like, okay, when I'm grabbing things and throwing them around, there's no, like, engine or system. It's not like some things do explode, but like, okay, I can grab this fire hydrant, but it's not really going to act like a fire hydrant. And I'm not going to combine it in a cool way and throw it into fire and have like a cool anything exploding. It's just a thing you grab, and here's some more stuff you grab, and you throw them, and it doesn't really matter what you do with them, you know? Well, here's the thing. Hercules and all that crap are mythological objects, but not all mythological objects are Hercules and that stuff. If you want to be pedantic, myth refers to something appearing in a story. Exactly, see? Like, you're confusing it's like that math question. All B's are A's, but not all A's are B's. There's somebody down there throwing some big woof at me. That guy. Hey! That guy. Oh, yes. Oh, give me all your health juice. There you go. I like this conversation now. Emergency call supplement. Time skip to the call of the California State Emergency Services. 911, what's your emergency? Hello, hello, I'm here. Can you hear me? I can hear you, ma'am. Where are you? I'm inside the wires. I'm lost. Are you Mario in Super Odyssey? Have you been drinking? I feel like I'm stretching through the wire towards you. Don't hang up. I might go if you hang up. Go where? Go. Gone. Away. Can you describe your surroundings? Unknown noise. Hello, ma'am? Dispatcher attempted to call the number back, but it was no longer in service. Oh my God. Hey, there's someone in there. Okay. More stuff about the red phone. I see, okay. More of these.
The astral plane. Similar to an iceberg, what you see is not what you always get. Regardless, this place is vitally important to the Bureau. Most information on the astral plane is classified, but we can talk in broad strokes, keeping in mind that these are staggeringly complex systems, and simplification does them no justice. Now, the white non-space, the ever-present inverted black pyramid. The board, all linked, intrinsically tied to the oldest house, tied to the director, the process of choosing a director, tied to all objects of power in terms of who controls them. Yes.
Do you, Prince and Lena, do you guys like conspiracy theories? I could see people like in this kind of story being into that, like, everything is connected. Everything's connected. Hue, man of a hue, a certain color. Yeah. Why don't you play Mario? Yeah. That's when a part of your brain is overactive and it starts seeing connections and everything. You should go to your nearest medical clinic and receive electroshock therapy.
The hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective. But that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind, even though it is with our minds that we enter and experience it. But then one could argue that that's the case with all reality. We've been able to record footage of the astral plane by monitoring the brain activity of those experiencing it. That is the only concrete material that has come out of the astral plane expeditions, apart from one shocking exception. In the astral plane footage, we're always in the vicinity of the pyramid. We've concluded that this, not the entire plane, is what the board controls. We have glimpsed movement. Native species, always in the distance, and yet contact was made. We don't have footage of this, a technical malfunction, but when one of our astronauts returned, a brain cloud, an astral fugue, had hitchhiked a ride in his head. It ruptured out, killing the subject in question. It's a relentless predator, pursuing thoughts, minds, lethal to those the entity feeds on. Proper containment protocols are to be observed when dealing with it.
The way that they worded that, questions, answers, both with question marks on them, reminds me of this. Okay, so like Super Gamecast, the way you're speaking is more my level, you know, like of. That's how I would view that. I'm like, all right, I get the general idea of what they're doing. How much do I really need to understand about it? I think the problem is where, if I'm trying to like go from the lean-out point of view, where I'm like deciphering every word, that's not resonating with me. But I'm happy to like think of it in more general terms and, you know, proceed through the story and see what happens. You know. Gotcha. Okay. How deep do you want to go? To hell. All right. This is that elevator we couldn't access. Back we go. Okay, I can go to the left. Or there. Looks like they both going to the left and there is basically the same way. Unless that one goes a little bit back. Astro exhibition. This is where we were. We claimed the control point, and there's a bunch of this guy talking in here. They built a little Minecraft set. Great. And another little door. Blah 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 blah. There we go.
I can't believe they keep that thing here.
Why? Why can't you believe it? Everything is happening in this world. What is there not to believe? Like, I find that everything is happening. No one is shocked by anything. So when she says something like, I can't believe they keep that thing in there. If this was Prey and I thought that, and I see that thing killing humans and they're scared and it could kill me, I would go, uh-oh, I can't believe they keep the thing in there. Here it's like, well, yeah, they keep everything. They keep magic phones and inverted pyramids. There's nothing to be scared of. Although this actually might kill me. I like the strobe light effect. Eat it! Yeah! Give me pain. Make me feel it. You enjoyed the gameplay, though, too. Once you get the next big ability, that's when the gameplay really clicked. I can't believe they keep that thing in there! You know what I should do? Maybe there's some papers around here I can read. That's probably what I need to do. Read some papers. Yeah. Oh, I know. I'll throw the documents at it, and then it'll get bored to death. That'll be cool. Why don't you follow the white circles? Astral blip. You don't know what it is, but it's cool, intimidating. It's like an enemy encounter. They explained it over 12 notes. I like that. You know what's really interesting is that Leonard and Prince enjoy this the way that I'm sure Sam Lake, if Sam Lake could see Prince and Leonard's reaction, he'd cry. He'd be so happy. And then Super Gamecast can also call this his game of the year, but go, meh, I don't want to read all of your, I don't want to read all your stuff. That's pretty impressive. Oh. No power, dummy. See the battery? That's why there's a battery on the ground. So where do we put the power? That's where. He would cry notes. He would hand you a document. Refer to page 42, I'm crying. Oh, there's another one right there. Put the batteries into the holes. Oh man, that reminds me of that first big alien in Prey that comes after you. When you're stuck in that tunnel. Man. And then you use your telekinesis to throw like big explosives at it. Or throw the explosive and shoot the explosive at it. Like in Jaws. I felt very rewarded and creative. Alright. Woo! I like the design. I like the lighting and all that stuff. Wrong way. Ooh. It was your goatee because you like the vibe and the story is unique to the horror genre. It reminds you of Psyops. It's also a bit tough, but generally speaking, satisfying and the art is cool. Oh, here we go. This is the way you go, 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 go. Leonard having a tombstone with a thick lore booklet. Everyone at my wedding must read the lore booklet before any vows will be spoken. Yeah, it's maybe more like a psychological thriller. Come and get me. How far will it come? Will this thing come through doors? Ah, run!
What was the Bureau doing with that thing? backup down here.
Yeah, that was a bit of a meet cute, wasn't it? One of the only good psychological thrillers. Yeah.
Marshall, are you still there?
Shit. We're so close. We need to hurry.
Yeah, I think like the overall kind of unsettling vibe of the way things are all put together, the contrast to the business lab and the everything being just weird. His clusters heal other enemies. Now what are you gonna do? Level 3 guy. Yeah, I'm trying to think like in terms of like a AAA psychological thriller. Because usually the AAA games are going to be more of like pure kind of action adventure, nothing too serious happening. Maybe like Last of Us is kind of like a light horror thriller. And then what else? Yeah, and then the other ones tend to go in the more of the way of like a pure horror, you know, looking for like that shock value. This is kind of an interesting environment. I like horror games when they use suspense and tension, not when they just use jump scares. Oh, he's a big boy. You love horror games. It's a good game, but you feel like when people stream, they feel more analytical, so judge more quickly. You have tons of backseat gaming, people think out to enjoy the story. You know, that's actually a really good way of putting it. Like, I do kind of feel a bit of pressure when I'm just streaming with, like, say, Leonard and Prince, and they start asking me, like, why aren't you reading the things? You gotta read the things. You have to. It's a bit of a... Then I start feeling the pressure, like I'm playing it wrong, or maybe I'm not experiencing it correctly and that kind of thing. Being true to yourself by trying to stop me from being true to myself. And wondering why I'm doing something the way I'm doing it. Yeah. Yeah, and I know that can be, that's my own personal weakness, is like letting the fact that I'm streaming it change how I'm perceiving something. Lights of power. Groupthink. very red over here. Oh, nice. It's that red place I couldn't get to before. Greywatska. Yeah, maybe. You know, there's an interesting thing about, like, I know if I'm just listening to music or watching a show, you know, kind of by myself, or if I'm watching with somebody who's either really into it or maybe somebody who is not that into it, you know? Yeah, it's more like social cues people pick up. Like if I listen to some music or something with Stella that she just does not get, I'm going to enjoy it in a way different way. Good points, Super Gamecast. Hey.
Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who is this?
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm coming to help.
Faden. Hold on. I'm sending the elevator for you. We need to talk.
You got that right. More of you? Really?
Oh, look at these goopy guys. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, some of the games I really super enjoyed that were really magical experiences, like Inside, Firewatch. I'm really curious to stream Firewatch and see would I enjoy that kind of story, that like really make you sit back and think kind of story. We're also back on YouTube there, Chris. Yeah, everything happening in Firewatch. The like midlife crisis, the drama of real life, and I just, man, the way that what that person went through and then how they were dealing with it after. And even the way it all tied itself up hit me so hard. Would I have felt that way on stream, right? I don't know.
Welcome to the party, ma'am. Marshall is right down the hall.
Ma'am. I'm not really touching you, though, so you can't get mad. Yeah, there's definitely an intimacy to it. And I wonder if I would lose that. Did I stream Edith Finch? I loved that one part. That's true, yeah. But it's been quite a while with Firewatch. Oh, I was so tense and nervous during some of the points in that, even though I knew it wasn't a horror game and I knew there was no combat. There was nothing to scare me in Firewatch. But I was so worried at one point. Oh, terrified me. God, I love that game.
There you are. I was starting to worry.
Don't worry, I'm here, guys. Let me show you all about this table.
Congratulations on your appointment, Director Faden. I'm Helen Marshall, Head of Bureau Operations.
Faden.
Zachariah's dead then, and I assume you found his gun.
Just call me Jessie. Trench told me to find you. He said you could help.
And he told you this through the hotline. Makes sense.
None of this phases her? Really?
None of this phases anybody. Nothing
Here's the
phases anyone
situation.
here at all.
Darling created the HRAs in a lab nearby. We need more if we're gonna survive this attack. My rangers can't secure the lab alone, not against those things. We need more firepower.
At least she seems to know what's going on here. She could know about Dylan.
I can clear out the hiss. I'll be your firepower.
That's a good answer.
Is she testing me?
Darling has systems in place to protect his labs. This should help you get past them. We'll talk more after you clear out the hiss. Rangers, let her through. We'll have to lock the door behind you. Sorry, but we can't risk a breach.
Looking probability is cool. Synchronicity area. All right.
I see Rangers over there. We have to help them.
Are they getting healed? I think they are. Where is that healing goo? Ritual division. This guy's on my side? It's like they can't see me. They're like the Borg. Until they see you as a threat, they don't even know you're there. Okay, that makes sense. The blue ones are allies. Nice, I can do 3 throws now. You guys look pretty casual. Guess we did it. Whoa. Chief Lewis. I wrote all these reports. No one read them. I put my heart and soul into them. Feels like a Destiny fight. She's got a shield. You have to knock away his shield. And then shoot him. Gonna. Oh, yeah.
Shoot to kill.
Yeah, get him. Shoot him. Whoa. How dare you. Luck and probability. Let's see if Stella will make me a coffee. I make her a lot of coffees. Hey, Stella. Are you okay? Oh, she's really stressed. I guess you don't want to make me a coffee?
Sorry?
I guess you don't want to make me a coffee?
I'm like peeing for the first time in 6 hours.
She's peeing for the first time in 6 hours.
I have to pee my pants.
She's gonna pee her pants. She's having a fun time with summer camp. No coffee for me. I will say this. When Stella wakes up first, she'll bring me a coffee. This game is like the culmination of the thing I've learned about streaming being
Altered item number 52AE analysis, session 2. I will begin by introducing various stimuli to the item. First, a low voltage electric shock. No response. Next, I will introduce heat via a standard Bunsen burner. No response. Next, a series of solutions will be applied, each
gonna
with a
pee on
different
it.
value
That's
on
the
the
solution.
pH scale from 0 to 14.
I'm peeing on it, I'm spitting on it, and I'm shitting on it.
No response to any value. Next, I will attempt to communicate.
Stella
Can you
Lore.
understand me? Can you understand my words? Quack if you can understand my words.
She's talking to a
No
duck.
response. This concludes session 2. We'll need time to prepare further tests.
Oh, there it is. It's a rubber ducky. Okay. What I had said before, Leonard, that games are the enjoyment of a game is highly dependent on the person. Like a TV show, like a movie. And that games are not just universally good or bad. And can be enjoyed in many, many, many different ways. Don't bring a rubber duck. This is the only rubber duck we've seen. We can't have another rubber duck contaminating this rubber duck experiment. And this game is like such a culminus of that. Ugh, Tetris. I don't like blocks. Why can't it be circled? Why can't it be... Is there any lore in it? I want to know where these blocks came from. There's just a time-based filler shooting. Okay, screw that then. I want to do the duck. Can I... There are games that are objectively superior, are there not? Now that's the thing. Which is objectively superior? Kingdom Hearts 3 or Super Mario World? I mean, if you're a psycho, then Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, they're very different. Maybe something closer in gameplay to compare. Yeah. See, like, that's the world we live in, where people can say something like that. But see, that's where I think, okay, you can't possibly mean that. All right, old boys club. Burn the trash around the furnace. Jesse helps Ati by burning the trash. I think you can argue there are games that are objectively well made. That's the thing, and you know, like when I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, Red Dead Redemption 2, I know that, you know, Ghost of Tsushima is...
This way to the lab?
Red Dead Redemption 2, incredibly well made.
You must like these HRAs.
super
Sounds like
polished.
Darling built them. And most of the things around here.
But I don't always,
If
that doesn't
Marshall
always
can't
equate to
help
just
us,
like pure
Dylan,
satisfaction.
He's our next best bet. Assuming he's not dead. Or taken over by the hiss.
I found a secret room. And like, while I'm impressed with how those games are made, I don't think that that necessarily is, you know, yeah, that doesn't always contribute to my just general overall like connection with the game, engagement and all that stuff. Software can be objectively better designed. At this point in gaming, we're leveraging the quality of similar gameplay mechanics and archetypal stories. Wow. Give me that. Ooh. The software and game design is particularly important too, not only for the way the final product runs, but also the experience of the developers using it. Well, that's the thing, is like, games are this, they're not just an artistic media to enjoy, there's an actual hardware behind it. It's like if you're looking at not just somebody who painted something, but who created the paint, who created the paintbrush and the way to apply it and the frame and everything that, and even like special glasses for you to look at it, and that it was something like new and unique about it.
You led me here. Any idea how to make it work?
Hello again, Director. It appears we have a new problem. We need to get the HRA machine working.
I've replaced a couple of spark plugs, but this looks a bit more complicated.
Darling must have had a system. Randomness isn't in his nature. The punch cards, the symbols, the terminals. How do they connect?
I'll see what I can do.
Restart the punch card terminals and then activate the HR machine. We need some punch cards. Oh god, this is giving me... Wasn't there like a horrible part in Final Fantasy VII Remake where you were in a room like this and you were like dealing with computers and stuff?
We need to find
Ugh, remember that? I hate Nomura. Ugh. And then there was like that stupid crane puzzle. Ugh. Actually, the guy trying to clear his browser cache. That was in oh yeah. That was kind of funny. Just look it up online. Wow. Even Leonard's saying he doesn't like it.
Have you checked the upper floor?
There's an upper floor of things to get. Okay, well, I'll go grab all the things and then put them into the machines. Matt, have you played Stories Untold? If you like horror and puzzles, it's one of my favorite games of the generation.
Each punch card should correspond to a terminal.
Well, it tells you right there. It's one of, oh, it's one of these. Okay. Let's do it. We'll look it up. YouTube upload paused. Hooray.
The prism shattered. Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan.
All that and then the prism shatters. That's nice. This is the most engaging point for you right now. And then we skipped it. Oh, Horky would have loved it. Horky could have figured that out pretty quickly. Swap those two. Those don't work in that order. Sorry, Horky.
We need more Black Rock prisms to make this machine work. Darling has another lab down in the Black Rock processing site in maintenance. That must be where he keeps the prisms.
I've been to maintenance already. I can find my way. But how long will that take? Nothing here is simple.
Yeah, Jesse.
I need to ask her now, before I go.
True.
I need something from you first. What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives. Once that is done, Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I don't want to admit it, I'm the only one who can help. Fine. I'll get the prisms first. Dylan will have to wait just a little longer. But don't call me Director.
Call me Dylan.
Jesse is fine.
I'm Dylan.
I'll call you Faden. Here, you'll need this keycard.
Is that why everyone calls her
Thanks.
Faden? Because she's Dylan?
Emily Pope has set up a base in Executive. Once I have the prism, I'll meet you there.
Right. I'll move out immediately. And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
It's just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for.
Why would an amplifier
Taking the
protect you?
protection Hedron can provide us, and keeping us from being wiped out.
It's like you introduce this wacky concept of resonance, and then you go, no, there's another kind. Different kind. And it does totally the opposite. Try to keep up. 4
Here,
ability points?
This will lead back to Central for research.
Cool. Shortcut? That's the hiss. What's that, Super Gamecast? Good sound effect. They were experimenting with the new science and uncovered something hostile. Gotcha. Threshold. The threshold. Black Rock processing. Cool. No, that's not it. Marshall sends Jesse to Blackrock Processing in the maintenance sector to retrieve more Blackrock prisms. She promises to tell Jesse what she knows about Dylan once HRA production is up and running again. I do like the signs. That's nice. I love signs. It reminds me of Morrowind. No, my ankles! I really like my new bean shaker, rice shaker. Yeah, the map reminds me, the signs remind me of Morrowind. I like reading and figuring out where to go from that. Now you're back here, jerkface. Luck and probability. I wonder if I can... Is there a point in, like, fast travel? Ooh, I got all these ability points. Alright, what do we got here? Ooh, energy, more energy. Melee, 30%. Ooh, more launch damage. Take it. More launch damage. Launch enemies. I use the melee sometimes. I think the energy's pretty useful. More energy, more launching. Okay, we could use 3 to do that, or 3 to do 75%. I think we'll do more launch damage. Yeah. No, I don't need the health. You just restart. If you're doing it properly, you don't need health. Okay. Let's see. I want to go to maintenance. Central maintenance. Where's that going to take us? Here? Here. Here's pretty good. We just go around. Boom. Big load. Alright, what are we about now? Halfway through, you think? A third? 2/5? Maybe 7/12? Oh, that'd be beyond halfway. 7/16. Usually them increase the difficulty and expect you to have more health and deal more damage. Probably third. Good.
Marshall knows something about Dylan. Is he here? Is he all right? HRA's first. They'll help save everyone, including Dylan, once I find him. Can you keep him safe? Like you do with me?
Janitor's office. 10, 12-hour game depending on the skill. So, 15-hour game? This feels like all new stuff we can open up. Oh, book club. Who's in the book club? Unless you are reviewed by Captain Lopez. These days, most YA novels intertwine the coming-of-age story with either contrived dystopian setting or a tragic romance. Unless you manage to do both. In the story, the protagonist set a love interest search for a cure to the virus called the Fix, which is simultaneously killing her and spreading across the whole world. To find the cure, they go on expeditions into dangerous, uncharted territories. The people all live in walled cities now because of a dystopian future, and along the way, they just have to fall in love. You liked how we never got to know if the fix was ever actually fixed. The ending was bold, especially for Y. The main character succumbs to the fix when she's so close to the cure, commands her love interest to go on and save the world. She knows this is the end for her, but that the job can still get done. She dies out in the unknown, alone and surrounded by danger, but never loses sight of the goal. It's a good soldier's death. I give this book 3 out of 5. I feel most of the teenage angst is a little lost to me, but I recommend it to my brother's kids. That's true. It had some time. It does. It does. And I guess the only people that really care about that stuff have already read it. Threshold remnant. There, the black triangle. Maintenance sector, access quarter, maintenance sector. Yeah. Well, when I first tried this, I didn't have the, what do you call it? I didn't have the auto aim on. It was really, really difficult without auto aim. Releasing launch object before, oh, I didn't see that. Guess we go down here. Maintenance. Alice chamber. I appreciate that, Prince. You want me to understand? You want me to read it? You want me to get that feeling you got? The feeling of satisfaction, curiosity, overall sense of well-being. It's like school. Launch power. And more energy. You find that, like school, students feel the most interested when they get into things on their own terms. That's true. It's like when you force kids to read, and they go, "I don't want to read. I don't want to read." But then, if you just show them something that, I mean, now every kid reads. They sit on their phone and they read as much as possible, right? Yeah. I have that definitely with I find with streaming and with my girlfriend too. It's like when I know she's right about something, if she's not telling me in a nice way, I don't want to do it. Even if I want to do it, there's something. It's like I don't want to reward the person telling me in a jerky way, you know. No, kids aren't reading novels, but I mean, they are constantly reading. Yeah. You say just enough that I'm intrigued by it, but not enough that it would be annoying, or I would just be against it. Just enough, like, I think you have to be in the right headspace, too. And I had some time to play a new game, and this game was short and interesting, and it was on, what do you call it? The Game Pass thing. So, you know, why not? so glad it's on the Games Pass. I think I would have been, yeah, the not as good Games Pass. PS Now. Although they are adding some bigger titles, but they tend to like move them around quite a bit. Like I was all pumped to play Spider-Man. No, you're not playing Spider-Man. Maintenance Atlas Chamber. Control room. Maintenance Atlas Chamber. Central maintenance. You thought it was a 10 and wanted me to think it's like Edith Finch. You amped it up to the God tier levels, right? Yeah, I think so. And, you know, a lot of things that are... Maybe I need to get to that access quarter. There's a lot of things that if you go in thinking they're going to be this God tier, you're not experiencing it the proper way. You know, and you can kind of build up in your mind a different reality of what the game is, right? It's like hearing about the band the Pixies and thinking they're godly, and then you listen to them and they sound like maniacs. But it's the way they have fun when they're maniacs that's great. I could use some help here. How do I get to this part? What is... Okay, there's... The place I need to get to is over there. Does that mean it's up or it's down? Do I need to go through the control room and try to get there? Do I need to go down to that question mark below the energy converters? Yeah, I mean, could you imagine playing Dark Souls and not knowing anything about it? And discovering all that for the first time? How cool that would be. That would be pretty amazing. Let's look at the way it went to Demon Souls. There should be signs from wherever you get the objective update. That would make sense. I mean, there's a whole part in the top left that's redacted. Oh, I see. It is all a redacted map. So I should go to the energy converters and go down. Is where I think I should go. Go this way. Yeah. Control room, energy converters. Good for you guys. And go around. Yeah. That purple zone. Alright, let's go up here. Okay, energy converters, keep going. And go past. And then we'll get to the redacted area on the map. I think should be the way to go. It kind of looks like a GoldenEye map. Maybe I need to get up higher. Up there. Oh, that's higher. But not high enough. Oh boy. You gotta sleep and do more speedrun stuff. Alright, Mushy Brain. Thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate you helping me understand this a bit more and like the experience of the game. Sharing your journey. These shelter things, these just hold 6 people. Nothing more. Oh boy. Ow. Right out of the sky. Okay, based on this map, if I need to get onto that, like, top rung. Like this? Like this? Like this, maybe? Control room. No, I don't want to go like there. I need to get up higher. I might have to go. I think you go to the maintenance section where the field training was and follow the signs that lead you to the Black Rock. Okay. Don't think too hard. Clean the big bits. Shoot the guys. Right. See, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm looking at this, like, top area, thinking I need to get through. Up there. I shoot him. Okay. Alright, there's a bunch of arrows here. That means what? A control zone? Alright, let's try to fast travel. Why don't we go back to central maintenance? Long veiny. Go to the maintenance section, okay. So yeah, maybe like here. You know, Bloodborne I enjoyed because of the gameplay and the challenge and just experiencing the environment. And then, but it didn't over-explain itself, you know, and it didn't require you. That's kind of the beauty of the story of Bloodborne, is you don't really know. Yeah, you had to enjoy it first as a game, exactly. That was the really interesting thing part about it. Oh, the map is all gone. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I beat Bloodborne with the first weapon, which I liked. Ventilation, Janitor's office, sector elevator. Why is the map all confuddled? Black Rock Hey, look! Black Rock Processing. Up and to the left. Locked. Up and to the left. What does that mean exactly? Up and to the left. Can't find your office? No. Oh boy. Black Rock Processing. Alright, well I can't go through here, right? Or can I? Can I just run through it? Probably not. Yeah, the map is quite weird. There's another maintenance section you need to go via the elevator. Okay. Well, that's quite easy, isn't it? Yeah, it's more about following the signs, eh? If you don't see a sign, don't bother continuing. Who's healing you? This guy. Ha! And then I die. Ooh. We passed upon the stairs. All right. Oh no. Oh fuck, where the fuck am I? Oh, Jesus Lord. All right. BlackRock processing. There it is. Oh. No, it isn't. BlackRock processing. Good afternoon, Mother. How do you do? No! Oh boy. Is that what it was? Don't go straight. Go this way, maybe. Who knows? Turbine room? I don't think the turbine room is BlackRock processing. This feels like the wrong way to go. Whoa! Those are some nice looking turbines. It's almost like you want to take the power out of it. Who is doing that? Give me that power. There you go. How about that? I really like the look of those turbines. I wonder if I'll need them later. You do. Turns out you do. One more turbine. Open that door. With power. She's got a nice little leather jacket and her shirt's pulled down halfway over her butt. She just looks great and ready to just beat the piss out of people and be a director and do everything. Marvel's Avengers? The movie or the game? I saw one of the biggest guys on Twitch playing it. Catalyst Light Switch, The Law of Three. Traverse the Ocean View Motel. The Avengers game looks horrible. I saw, what's his name? Mr. Shroud or whatever was playing it. Ring the bell. Go through the door. You're really intrigued by the bonus? Oh, Felix. I think you gotta open one of these. You gotta ring the bell so you can get into a door, so you can get a key, so you can go through another one. Fix this place up. Make it look a little lived in. I heard some weird noises. Oh, keys. Yeah. I'm in a room that does look like I just made that one look. They ring the bell. You're open. Nope, you're not. You're just light. You're open. But nothing to mess around with. Redacted. I feel like I just came from the turbines, and then I just did that, so probably through here would be the way to go. Oh, it fixed the path from earlier? Oh no, I was falling off. Black rock processing, yeah. Black rock processing down. The room with the interactables look like the one with the fixed items. Oh, all I did was go up to everything and move them all. You know? I just made it look tidy. That's a cool idea for a puzzle, but they should have made it so you can't just activate all of them and have it work. It would be nice if, like, one thing was not right, you know what I mean? Otherwise, it just becomes pressing every interaction. Oh, would you look at that? Supersonic. And I feel supersonic. Give me gin and tonic. You can have
Okay,
it all.
we need to find a way to Blackrock processing. That's where Marshall said we'd find a prism.
What are the bathrooms like in this world? The arrow says up, so go up. Follow the arrows. It's very simple. Did you learn your arrows in kindergarten? I don't think you did. Central maintenance. Well, this is where it came from, right? Black rock processing. Oh, it's open now. I feel like it wasn't before. Palace chamber. What are you guys shooting at? Looks like the pandemic hit. Oh yeah, pandemic of the mind. All these people have been infected with crazy ideas. I like the idea that you can kill these guys for health. That's always my favorite part of it. They have been corrupted by Hiss resonance. It's really quite simple. I've got to go buy a new guitar amp today. And then give mine in to get fixed. I don't think I'm going to get some food when I'm in town. I would really like tacos. I want tacos. Or a pita pit. I love a good pita. Oh no. I'm back here? Oh, fuck this. Alright, I'm out of here. Bye. No thanks. Bye bye.